Whew. Hey fam, man, it's hotter than the arsonist pants out here, man. It is stupid hot. I got a trail cam out on the property. It said that it got up to 108 degrees. Really? 108 degrees in June? Man, this weather is something crazy, 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 crazy. But nevertheless, we're here, we're still blessed, everything is still good. And I know you blessed because you can see and hear me, so you good. I'm not gonna waste your time, but I just want to talk about, have you seen the news? Man, so in South Florida, there's a problem with Burmese python. They have had, people have had them as pets, has brought them over to the United States, and they got so big that they started to release them in the wild and let them fend for themselves. And man, they have been very successful over the decades. They have been very successful. They've been so successful that they are wiping out a lot of the animal population. I mean, these snakes are huge. And the one that they didn't recently catch this snake. This snake was caught about 6 months ago. They didn't release it to the public because they said that they had to do a documentary, and they didn't want people to not watch the documentary. They wanted rights to the documentary before they released the information to the public. It's kind of like, you see a crime being committed, you see things being committed, but you ain't stopping it. You ain't letting the public know about it because you got to world star that thing. You got to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Seems to me our priorities are a little bit mixed up. They could have released it, could have said something, and let the public know. I know they said it was in a state park. I mean, it would have been nice to know that an 18-foot snake was in a state park. It would have also been nice to know that the snake weighed 215 pounds. Yeah, let me repeat. The snake was 18 feet long and weighed 215 pounds. Guess what his last meal was? Rabbit, possum, raccoon? Nah. The last meal was a deer. Yeah, they found a whole deer in this snake. Woo, man, nature is amazing, but it's a little scary too. A lot of people worry about a lot of other things, but they never think about an 18-foot python just kind of meandering around. And you can't tell me that python was 2 years, 1 year old. That python had got some size. I can't imagine what that python was eating over the decades. But needless to say, it was a female python. And typically female pythons, they produce almost probably around 100 eggs per time that they do their business. Yeah, that's a lot of eggs. Their clutch is huge. And let's talk about how they caught this particular, because I found this very fascinating on how they caught it. I thought maybe somebody was kind of walking around in the bush, because they've been hunting these particular species for quite some time, and this problem has been for more than 1 decade. So they've been hunting and looking for these, but they invested well into the billions of dollars. I said billions of dollars to eradicate this species in the Everglades. Billions, my friend. Yes, that man. But with that said, so what they do, they catch the male they catch the male python. And when they catch a male python, they insert a radar into that python. So when I was reading it, it wasn't very detailed. I read several upon several articles. They never went through the specifics of how do you put a radar and what did that radar do? So my mind and my imagination went crazy. My imagination was thinking, man, they putting this thing in the semen and the what? I mean, what kind of radar this is? How big this radar? It got to be small, or what's going on? Because you know what they do to man. I mean, what they do to animals. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just like, what's going on? So, needless to say, they take a radar about the size of a AA battery, and they insert it into the male snake. Now they say that they wait till the snake is mating with other females and they catch the females. How do they know that they're mating with? Yeah, I don't know. I still got questions. Now let me debunk some of these crazy things. Now they do say that the male snakes typically will hang around females, which is understandable. So even if they do track that male snake, they kind of know around that proximity there's some females. So I get that, but I think there's more to this story. You know, all kinds of things flash through my head. People on probation, people who being tracked, missing people. I don't know. I had some crazy thoughts come through my head, but I just want to share this with you. I didn't know whether this may be interesting to you or not. If it is, share me your thoughts in the comments below, and do me a favor, you know, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I really would appreciate it, but I just find it interesting. So, what does a man and a python, watching your man and a python, has to do with each other? You better watch them, because that man could bring the killer directly to your doorstep. So be well, be blessed. Don't forget to keep on growing. Grow.